And a question that is being asked over and over again is, how did the Danforth shooter get a gun? Today, Toronto City Council has been debating a gun control strategy while the city grapples with a spike in gun crime. You may be surprised to hear illegal guns aren't just coming from across the U.S. border. Toronto Police Chief Mark Saunders explained half come from within Canada.
When we look at our research, it's clear to us that 50% of the firearms that are used for crimes are domestic, usually straw purchasing, so lawful owners who purchase large amounts of firearms and then distribute them to the criminal entities that are out there.
Yesterday, Toronto Mayor John Tory suggested no one in Toronto needed a gun. It prompted reporters in Ottawa to ask Ralph Goodale, the Minister for Public Safety, if he would consider a ban.
It is a complex proposition because it would entail substantial rewriting of the criminal code.
The federal government is under pressure to keep its election promise to introduce gun control legislation. It's tabled Bill C-71, which is designed to impose tougher background checks and new record-keeping practices for vendors. An associate prof at U of T tells me it is a good bill, but doesn't address the root causes of gun violence, like economic disparity, systemic racism, and lack of opportunity. Is there a correlation between mental health and mass shooters?
So no, there's no correlation between the two. You know, one of the things that we know is that people who suffer from mental illness are much more likely to harm themselves than they are to harm other people. Now, that being said, if we look into the backgrounds and biographies of a handful of mass shooters, we see that mental illness, severe chronic mental illness, mixed with trauma, mixed with access to firearms, and a number of other circumstances can, in fact, lead a person down a very dark path. So to attribute mental illness or mental health problems as a cause of mass shootings is wrong. And there's no real correlation there. But it's one of the many factors and risk factors.
The family of the Danforth shooter issued a statement yesterday saying he had suffered from severe mental health issues his entire life. It will be some time before investigators can piece together other possible contributing factors.